Hey chat, how's it going? Welcome to a GBG dev stream. Oh, those words, they sounded weird coming out of my mouth. It has been such a long time. I'd forgotten how to form those words. But here we are. GBG dev stream. We're going to be working on the My Polter-Guy update today. I am very excited, very nervous, but here we are. The as yet unnamed update for My Polter-Guy. Before we get started properly, let's do some hellos. I should also say, hey everyone, more broadly, thank you for coming to today's stream, and thank you for showing your excitement for this too. It's really encouraging because I'm gonna be rusty. It's gonna take me a little while to get used to things again, but I'm sure we will together. All right, who is here? I saw a very early hello from Arch. Hey Arch, ready to go with that hello. Nintendo Plush, good to see you. Blocky Gaming, I believe this may be your first time on the stream. I don't recognize your name. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. Caden, hello, welcome to the stream. Kirby Super, thanks for pointing out that the audio is a little bit low. Conker, hello again, good to see you. Jinjo, Chalupa Joe, I hope your class went well today, and I hope you all have a very relaxing stream. Mercury, good to see you. Bot564, hello. Elite Octo, hello. Alastair Forbes, welcome. Not, excuse me. Movies XP, did I already say hi to you? Bari, hey Bari, I hope you're doing good. Yes, it's finally spring, Chalupa. It's been a late spring this year. RJ the Great, good to see you. CG Bale X1. Curb, hey Curb. Bonjour Denpuk. Meowsy. JD, hey, good to see you. If I've missed anybody, apologies. Welcome to the stream. A very special hello to you. Let's get going. Switch over to the Switch. Oh. Double start screen. Someone! Apologies. How could I miss you? Welcome to the stream, someone unknown. Some random gaming channel. Hello, Scrubs. Oh, everybody's here. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna jump back in to the last version of My Polter-Guy, which is this one, Alpha 1.61, I believe. Currently says SCU, which was Spring Clean Update, which we may still use despite the delays, because it's quite a good pun, I guess. It's not even really a pun. It really, okay, we might need to rethink it. Anyway, let's jump back in. But before I do, I'm going to try and kind of remind myself where we were and what I wanted to do. So, if you're not familiar, My Polter-Guy was a game that I made for Jazz Studios, I guess like the Halloween Jam. And it was a game that I enjoyed making very much, but it was very simple and pretty slight when it came to the gameplay sides of things. So I really, once we finished Mouse's Cheese Maze, I really wanted to flesh it out a little bit more. Get it to a point where I felt like it was, a full game. And we decided, last time I was doing these Polter-Guy dev streams, that we would have 2 stages. So we have the bedroom and the kitchen. And we began blocking that out, if I remember correctly. Hey, Radical Gary. The other thing that I wanted to do was add some depth to the actual interactions. So we added a kind of perfect system, I believe, and it might have even been suggested by Disco, where if you hide at the perfect time, there's a little bit of a slowdown and maybe some text, but that's not really been fleshed out fully. So I think we need to do that as well. We also added a title screen, which I'm very happy with. I think it's still a little programmer arty, but the basic functionality is there, and it also has a stage select. Honey, I Shrunk the Mouse is a little thing I was doing to see if I could figure out a way of shrinking down MCM so I would free up more Nodons. It was literally just this. Because I started it and then I was like, oh, this will be a big project. I don't really have time right now. So it's just a tiny mousey that the sprite is broken. Nothing else has been shrunk. Teeny mousey. Yeah. That was like something that was an idea I had a few weeks back, and then I was like, oh boy, okay, this will be an undertaking, maybe next time. Because I also do want to get the, like, 2.0 update for Mouse's Cheese Maze out at some point. I'm very hyped for Project Barbecue Arch, and part of the reason is that I set myself the, like, I told myself I would have to finish this update and at least a patch for MCM before I start developing barbecue fully. So really, we gotta get this out. We gotta ship it. Andrew Finance is breathing down my neck once again. It's getting to that part of the year. Video Dojo Games hasn't been putting out any games for Andrew, and we do need to put the update for my Polter-Guy out. Okay, enough talk. Let's jump in, and I'm going to be putting on some tunes once we get started. But first of all, let's just kind of focus in, see what we need to do. Hey, Disco. Okay, I forgot this. This menu's pretty good. Yeah, this menu's pretty okay. I don't like the text right now. And I was gonna put some rotation on my Polter-Guy. Why doesn't he? Didn't I already do that? I thought I was gonna put my Polter-Guy on a hinge, so he kind of wobbled a little bit. Okay, so let's just play it at first and let's see what's broken. So we're going to choose the bedroom because that's the most complete one. So we've got the placeholder ready text. Oh, I got caught so fast. So there's no restart currently. Thought we also had that in. I guess we just have to do the GBG restart for now. Yeah, so we don't even have the tell in here. Oh, I guess the little is the tell. There's the close call. Yeah, the near miss. The near miss is a treat when you execute it. Perfect. Okay, let's see if we can get completion here. So we need... Alright, I didn't bring paper. And I'm absolutely gonna need paper. So, I will be back in 1 second. Sure. I'll be back in 1 second because I need to make note of things that we need to add. So just give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. I have paper. Where's my pen? Got my pen. Let's put the tunes on. I'm not using the Stream BGN's playlist right now because I got 2 copyright matches against my last video where I attempted to use it. Thanks, chat. So we're using a temporary one for now. Right, so first of all, first things first. We need to add a few things. We need to add restart option after bad day. We need to add restart option after victory. That should be like restart / level select. We also need to add tail animation, but I've been talking about doing that for ages. We've got the tail sound, which is good. We also need to, I'm not going to think too much about artwork right now. But I also need to, oh, I don't need to, but I want to add the hinge. Oh, is Shuffle not on? A lot of Namco Museum. Yeah, it is shuffling. Okay. This Dom is not wearing headphones. This is not final art. Hinge on. Polter-Guy. Title screen. Alright, and then let's also look at, let's see what's happening in the kitchen. I forget how far we got. Fear not, we do have some Earthbound BGMs in this temporary playlist. Hang on, is there no... I think I must have disabled the BGM in the game, right, at some point. Alright, let's take a look at the kitchen. You know what? That is more complete than I remembered. Oh, right, we just don't have the hiding spots right now. Dang, chat, we did some work on this. Oh yeah, we have one hiding spot, which is in the kettle. So here's my plan. Yeah, mustard's not here yet, but we will have mustard here for the kitchen. As I say, we're not thinking too much about artwork right now. We are just trying to make this functional. So my plan is for the hiding spots. Oh, I broke it. I got caught. Hiding inside the teapot, or the kettle. That's rather loud. I thought I balanced this. Gamer chair in the kitchen. Yeah, oh, I got caught again. Hiding in the kettle is one. Then I gotta wait for him to move so I can move on. Turn around. Thank you. Hiding in the flip-top bin is another. Sneaking behind the door is another. And then I was thinking for the one on the fridge. I haven't really decided yet. Maybe just hiding inside the fridge, but that feels like the same as hiding behind the door. So I'm not 100%... We'll either hide in the fridge or hide behind the door, but we won't do both. Maybe if it's like, instead of hiding behind the door, there'll be like a digital clock on the wall or something, and hide inside that. I don't exactly know. Maybe Polter-Guy pretends to be one of the photos on the fridge. Yeah! That's a nice idea. Like, hides amongst the Persimmons family. Supersus, thank you very much for 6 months. Half a year as Video Dojo Plus channel member. I really appreciate it. I can see some cool gamer emotes in chat already for you, Supersus. Thank you for your support. Blocky, I'm probably not the best person to teach you, but I will explain what I'm doing as I go along. So, I'm going to make a note to myself that we need to also add hiding spots in the kitchen. Isn't one photo tutor? I think so, let's see. I honestly can't remember. There's the Persimmon family one. So far, we only really know about JK and, oh no. Uh-oh. Help me. Help me, chat. FL Persimmons. Yes, thank you, Nintendo Plush. And then there's also this picture of Tutor here. Who's Tutor? And then back here we have somewhere buried under here. I can show you this one first. Probably my favorite picture of Lario ever. That's a good Lario. And Mousie's mum and dad. Taken at Mousy U. Yes, Lario saying fuzzy pickles, exactly. Is there anyone else hiding back there? I don't think so. I suppose just the J-Gem poster, but that's a little bit more visible. I'm feeling like my playlist leveling didn't work properly. Yeah. F's in chat for Mousie's dad. I guess this is werewolf, Jer? No, she doesn't have 4 eyes, that's her eyebrows. The gem from 4 years ago. Yeah, this game's been in development for 4 years. Okay, so just to go back through the list. Oh, hang on, that playlist thing shouldn't be there, really, should it? Oh. Guess I'll put it here. There we go. I know, Curb, your mousy game spawned a lot of mousy dad lore. I'm not making Jazz eyebrows bigger. Alright. So, restart after bad day. Restart option after victory / level select. Tell animation. Hinge on Polter-Guy, and hiding spots in kitchen. So let's maybe look at the restart after bad day first. So, if we get caught, right now I think the whole thing just locks up. Yeah, we have the game over screen. Everything locks up. So I would guess in this game over state that we just want to be able to press A. A to restart, B to go back to the menu. Caught Polter-Guy sprite. It's a nice suggestion, Chalupa. It would be... we've got plenty of Nodon to spare. I was going to say it would be kind of Nodon heavy, right? Because it would be every location for... unless we just use the same sprite regardless of where it is. Yeah, okay. Caught Polter-Guy sprite will be on the list too. Hey, Skittle. Yeah, so we want A to restart, B to go back to menu. So let's look at the logic here of the game over. So the game over is contained within this section here. Let's see what is coming into this flag. So one half of this flag is a timer from the exit of this map and the A button. And the other half is... I know we can't submit to the temporary playlist, but can we see what songs are in it? I don't know how I would do that. Oh, I suppose it's unlisted, right? So I can probably just link you to it. Do you desperately need to know now, someone? Because it is just for today's stream. I love this song. It is so good, Disco. Okay, and then the other half is... this and... I think you already have a game over section with a flag. This one here. So you're saying I just need to go into the off on the flag here? Okay, so let me just do a very quick test with a Y button into this off, because we never use Y in game. So I'm going to get caught, then I'm going to press Y and see what happens. Okay, it's sort of reset, but I had to hold down Y, I guess because I've got it while pressed. Let me just quickly change that. Okay, no, so that doesn't work. If flag. If flag and Y. Okay, so let's just go over here for a second. Put that Y back in. And Bori, I will make a note of what you've just said here. Hey, Voxy. Cleaning counter and timer counter. Yes, they're these here. What I said is you need to start from that flag to make the A, B to reset room or go to title. Right. Right. The output of that flag. Someone says, what if you wanted to tap to the beat, but Freaky Form said random tempo changes mid-beat? Honestly, my jam. Okay, so Y and flag output will return you to the title screen. Let's try that first of all. That's what we're going to do. So Y will return you to the title screen after a game over. So if we've got Y and the flag is triggered, then where's the camera move? Guess there's the camera. So I guess that's the move. You could just reset the game if we're going to the title. You mean using the, like, hold to reset thing? I know that we can do that, but I think it is nice to have the function within the game. Hey Abe, welcome to the stream. You know what? Scratch what I just said. For the purpose of testing, let's do restarting the function. Bori says, I think Dom wants to have the option to choose between room reset or title. Yes, exactly, Bori. If it was only going directly to the title, he can do a reset with the Nodon reset. Yeah, I do want a selection. But I guess just to reset the title, then it would be that, right? Rather than messing around with the camera. Hey Taffin, welcome to the stream. Welcome to your first ever GBG stream. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's the That's the back to menu option. But now we'll need to do the reset the room. So for testing, we'll do that on X. And then I need to see what's stopping. Is the title screen literally to the left of the bedroom? Yeah. They are. It's located to the left of the bedroom, which is located to the left of the kitchen. Use a game swap. Certain numbers can link to different levels. Well, we've only got the 2 levels shooting star. That's a great suggestion, but we've only got the 2 levels, the kitchen and the bedroom. And there will only ever be 2. And the reset can take us back to the menu, which is perfect. But the thing that we need to do now is be able to reset the room, because what currently happens is, if you get caught, which I'm about to get caught any second now. There we go. Everything locks up. So eventually we would have text maybe up here that says A to restart, B to select level. So let's imagine we press B now. Takes you back here, which is the level select. But we need to fix the room restart currently. Disco says, so you need to reset the tidy percent counter, the timer counter, and reset Dom's state to facing away. Yes, 100%. One of the things will be to reset the flags. Yeah, so if I press... Is that gonna work? Hang on, this might not work. Catch you in a minute, Chalupa. Oops, wrong button. Okay. If you use a game swap to reset... 2 for room 1 and 2 for room 2. You can read the game swap 1 for room 1, 2 for room 2. You can read the game swap and use it to know what level to go to. And then maybe a different button for back to menu. I'm just reading through comments at the moment. I haven't made any tutorials in GBG for a long time, Taffin. There are some fantastic tutorial makers out there. I definitely recommend checking out Dave Nodon's tutorials. I think some of my favorite tutorial content on YouTube. Jess Studios, Ori Bloop, all make really fantastic GBG tutorials. Mine are very basic, which is fantastic if you are getting started, but they go deep and they are extremely big-brained, so I definitely recommend checking out those channels. Tavin says, I've also seen like 100 of them. Great, then you were in good hands then. Hey Panic. Has anyone happened to make a Polter-Guy topic yet, by the way? I might need to read suggestions there, because I've just remembered I always find that chat moves too quickly for me to process suggestions there and I lose stuff. And I don't want to waste people's time when they very thoughtfully type out suggestions. So if nobody's made a topic yet, I will just very quickly put one together. Let me see. No, it doesn't look like there is one yet, so I'm going to make one. I will be 2 ticks as I make this. I also want to put a picture on. And I think I have just a picture for it. Okay. Okay, I've made the topic. Go wild. Chat, post your suggestions there. I will be reading those as my primary suggestions because, as I mentioned, chat goes too fast for big brain stuff. So, you should see it in the GBG forum. Taffin says, even though I've had GBG for 6 months, I've never actually made a game. Taffin, I think that's completely fine if you're enjoying playing other people's games, which is the majority of what I do in GBG. You know, it's still a fantastic way to enjoy it. But equally, if you're scared about getting started on something, or feeling nervous, I suppose, about getting started on something, always remember you can start small, maybe build on top of one of the sample games, and use some tutorials to help you, and you will be making a cool game real quick. Hey Left, welcome to the stream. So right now we're using the game restart, or the retry Nodon, to go back to menu. And as Disco pointed out, if we're using this setup at least, welcome back Chalupa, if we're using this setup at least, we will need to figure out a way to reset the timer and the state. Cheers Disco, I will pin that current dev build. I will tidy up the thread later. What is this game about? You are a ghost who is hiding from a human, whilst also doing your best to tidy up the room. So what controls Dom's position? This counter here. So if we put this into the reset of that, the resetti of that, let's see what that does. It does nothing. You can either reset all the flags and timers or just use the game swap. So, happy to... Oh, hang on. Why is my music stopped? Oh, there's just silence at the end of that. Okay, I will need to make a note of that. BGM to Mario Paint. Silence. So for the game swap, I've basically only ever used a game swap for its intended purpose. So let me see if I can figure out how we would do that. Nope. Where is game swap? I'll find it. Okay, I'll look at the Discord in just a second. It's in blue. Thank you, Chalupa. There it is. Alright, let's remind ourselves how game swaps work. Right, because the output can carry a value, right? Yes, this is a secret Namco Museum Nom Day stream. Transferring from another game, or the same game, the signal received at the swap port of the game swap nodon in the original game will send it to the output of this port. All other times the output is 0. Okay, so let's have a look at the My Polter-Guy thread, or forum topic, whatever it's called now. Kirby Super, I will take a look at the screen zoom stuff later. If you could find the original post and link it to me, that'd be very helpful. Right, Floating Star says, when you game over, have a texture appear. For example, X to go back to level select and Y to restart level. Yep. Link every stage that exists to a number. Let's say for this example, bedroom is 1. Get the level number from whatever way you want to, and then send it to a game swap that links to the same game. On game swap, check if the value is higher than 0 with a comparison, and if it is, check what number was in the output. If it was 1, for example, then start the code for playing bedroom. Okay, let me see if I can pass that information. We would have to have 3 numbers, right? Because we've got a menu, so technically the menu is a level. Or am I overthinking it? Would we need like 0, 1, and 2? I don't mean for going back to the menu, Shooting Star. I mean when you restart the game, you begin at the menu, right? Do you want the characters to just instantly reset to their default position, or do you want to go back to the title screen, then scroll back to the correct room? No, just to reset the room so you don't have to go back to the menu. I can see Bori typing. I'm gonna hold fast for a minute, see what Bori says. Is that even possible? Yeah, it absolutely is. It's just a case of figuring out what the best way to do it is. Basically, you just send the output of the game swap to the game start flag. Do we have an on start? Oh yeah, here. Okay, I'm gonna read what Bori's just put, because I think it will be a very straightforward way, or at least one that is more easily understood by this baby programmer. Let's get rid of the swap for a minute. Ori says, the option Disco said on chat. So you need to reset the tidy percent counter, the timer counter, and reset Dom's state to facing away. It's probably the easier way. Exit of the AND Nodon here. Reset the 2 flags at game over section. Reset the counter on game start. I think it's this one here. No, actually, that's just something triggered on. Oh, no, yeah. Reset counter on B and A wormholes. I'm just gonna put the chat into slow mode real quick because people are chatting in both places. Just give me a second. Where is it?
You gotta do what? I gotta believe.
You know what? I actually don't know where slow mode is. I've never had to do this. Oh, there we go. Okay, just for a little bit, it's gonna go in slow mode. B and A wormholes, which I actually don't remember where they are, so let me just have a little look around. Ah, Bori has amended. You were too slow! So this one is not correct.
Disco sent a $1 super chat.
Disco, thank you very much for the $1 super chat. Disco follows up by saying, "You can't silence super chats." Dang! You got me. RJ the Great making good use of their 1 minute slowdown, saying, "Banana." Oh wait, is slow mode not even functioning? Maybe it doesn't slow down members. Alright, I need to continue moving on here. So, reset counter on B and A wormholes. The section is below ready and go textures. Thank you very much. There we go. I think members aren't slowed, it seems. Nintendo Plush, thank you for 3 months as Video Dojo Premium. Thank you very much for your support of the channel. Nintendo Plush says, "Yeah, I'm cheating the system. What's it to you?" Hey Alwise, welcome to the stream. Yes, it's a rare helmetless Dom that we've got here. Very placeholder art right now. Reset counter on B and A wormholes. The section is below ready and go textures. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. So there's that reset. Reset counter on game start where ready and go textures are. I think that must be this one. And lastly, reset counter on winning condition. Which is here. So let's reset that. Okay. That might be the way to go. Hey, Chalupa, thank you for 8 months. 8 months! As Video Dojo Premium channel member. Try and stop me now, spaceman. You got me. Dang. Thank you very much for your support. Okay. Let's give this a try. So let's get intentionally caught. Yeah, Voxy, you won't be affected by slowdown. Alright. Nope. It has not. Did not reset. Did I get the right button? Hang on. Nope, that's why. Alright, let's change this to X. And we'll try again. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, it's fine that it's X and Y. I just wanted to make sure that it was working. And it is. So right now, the functionality of this is not especially nice. You know, like the quality of life of the reset, but it functionally works. And I think one thing that will really help with that is if we add a quick delay to the reset, maybe accompanied by an effect, and once we've got the ready, go! With a nice sound effect and some good textures, that will look a lot better. So for right now, I would say that that's functional. Let's check it in the kitchen as well. Alright, come on, catch me. Yep, it works. As it should, I suppose. No reason why it wouldn't. Are there indicators for when he will turn around? Yes, there's a little beep sound, but there will be an animation as well, Breakfast Face. There you go, that. Well, the only thing... So, Disco, the reason that that works is because both games are actually happening simultaneously. It's just the camera that moves. So, when you're playing in the bedroom, the kitchen is also happening simultaneously, which is why the positions are... Or it's why there's the same number of positions for both. And basically the entire logic of level 1 and level 2 is transferred across both of them. Originally, there was an idea of having an additional, like, complexity to stage 2, but for right now, I'm not going to think about that. We're just going to get these things. Level 2 is basically a reskin. Yeah, essentially. But honestly, with a game like this, I mostly want the hiding places and the little animations that will play to be the treat of playing a different stage rather than like it being more difficult or anything like that. Alright, I'm going to turn slow mode back off for a little bit. Chat was going wild while I was just trying to read through some suggestions, Jinjo, so I had to slow it down just to keep track of everything. Okay, so I'm going to make a little tick next to restart after bad day and restart option after victory, because functionally they work. Right now it's just aesthetically different between stages, Voxy. Yeah, we'll think about any other changes a little later down the line, because right now I think I want to make sure that the way that I'm thinking about it is that stage 1 is not complete yet, and I want to use that as a sort of test bed for all of the logic, and then once the basic stuff is implemented, then we can expand upon it. But things like the fact that there's not a tail animation right now is something to resolve. Because otherwise I think we'll start getting too spread out without having those core essential things in place. So looking at the remainder of the to-do, see you, Jinjo? Looking at the rest of the to-do that I wrote out on the paper here, we've got tail animation, hinge on Polter-Guy, which is very low priority right now. Adding the hiding spots in the kitchen, which is essentially just art that we need to do. And the court Polter-Guy sprite. So the tail animation and the court Polter-Guy sprite will have logic associated with them. So I think for the court sprite, it's going to be a problem for future Jom, says Voxy in quotes. 90% of game development. Yeah, I mean, I think that is really true of game development of any scale. There is an element of, like, the way that games build up to a point of completion is very non-linear, and certain aspects will remain very broken or very kind of malnourished for a long, long time. As you kind of flesh out certain areas. And it's funny how, I mean, I can only speak from my very limited experience of making stuff in GBG, but I could imagine if you were working on a game development project that stuff would probably be broken for a long time, and then a lot of stuff fixes around the same time, and it's just this kind of cumulative working towards it. So Chalupa says, why isn't one Polter-Guy sprite updated? I just didn't update it, Chalupa, because I think my original plan was that you would actually hide inside the cupboard now, rather than just stand in front of it. So I didn't update the sprite, because it would have been redundant pretty quick. But that's exactly the example of this. It's like, stuff looks weird and unfinished for a very long time. Someone says, I love happening upon an obviously underdeveloped section that they forgot to fix. Yeah, that's the other thing. I guess as the project sprawls outwards, it's much easier to miss those things. Which is why you have like quality in testing. And even then, it is still messed up. Okay, so let's think about the court sprite. So what actually happens when you get caught? We trigger the game over state over here. Quick look at the cute hiding in the sprite. Hiding in the vent sprite. There you go, Chalupa. Why are there two sprites of each... Why are there two of each sprites when both games run at the same time? I don't know why we doubled up on the sprites. It's not necessary. I guess that's something we can optimize down the line. So let me put here... Remove redundant sprites. Then I'll put in bracket kitchen. Polter-Guy. Oh, yes! No, that's exactly it. So Bori says because it will have other cleaning, I guess. Right, yes, because they're just placeholders until we put the actual correct sprite, the unique sprites for the kitchen. Man, thank you, Bori. I will immediately cross out that note I just made. Oh, Disco said it first. Thank you, Disco. I'm glad that everybody likes the vent sprite. I love the vent sprite. But aside from like matching the new palette, this sprite itself is going to remain the same. The expression. Right, so back to the court Polter-Guy sprite. So let's just do just grab this real quick. And I shouldn't have taken that one, hang on. So I'm just going to do a very quick reskin of this texture as a placeholder. As I said, I'm not really planning on doing any artwork today. I really want to focus on getting everything functional. But seeing as we do need to create something new here, I'm just going to very quickly redraw something placeholder. That's not the right color. That's still not the right color. Okay. This is our Polter-Guy. Let's do we gotta get the cheeks right. Okay, perfect. And we're gonna want to trigger this when the game end or the game over state is triggered. So do we amend the generate new position? Okay, hang on. So here's the dilemma I've got right now. The current ghost sprites are tied to the location. If we take the duster one, for example, it is connected to the spot on the stage, television area of the bedroom, and it is activated by the marker and bullseye system up here. So when it is in position 1, oh, Voxy. So Voxy just says, with my luck, Dom will invite me to a dev stream on the one stream he'll be doing art on. Voxy, you are far too optimistic about how much I'll get done today. There is a lot of programming still to go. And before I had the Nodon professor on lend a hand, I wanted to make sure I could at least recall how any of these things functioned. You can connect the game over sprite to the location and override them. Right, because they're connected second, aren't they? So let's go. Hey, Bale. No, we can Nodon check. It's not top of the hour, but we still have lots of Nodon right now. Some random gaming channel says, please dev stream with Voxy like with Mercury. I don't think... That doesn't sound like it would work, some random gaming channel. That doesn't seem like it would work. What do you think, Voxy? Okay, so I'm gonna have to go through and drop this on the location of our little guy in all the spots. Here. To this day, I still forget which direction I should be dragging the blue connections from. Okay, so I've connected up the sprite here that we want to override the other sprites, and if we just do it straight from the flag on, I think that might just work. Am I using a 2D marker? Yes. Yes. See you, Conker. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, it's gonna do it in all of the spots, right? So we need to do a marker and bullseye that runs parallel. This is when Polter-Guy brought all of their ghostly friends over for a house party and didn't hear the front door open. Although one of the TV seems very nonchalant. Oh, Arch just wrote in the My Polter-Guy thread saying the current 2D marker, I believe, if I remember right, is like a table. The columns are the 4 different positions. In the level, and the rows are the states. Cleaning and tidy, and hiding. If you want a court state, just add a row to the 2D marker for the court state. Right, right. So, let me just shuffle here. Thanks, Foxy. I'm finding it tough to keep up with suggestions in the chat, so being able to see them in the thread is easier, but thank you for suggesting the same thing. 4 copies of the game over sprite as well. Okay. Okay, so we have a new row. Oh, it's too tall. And then, how do I change the size? Here we go. With the size slider. Alright. So then 4 copies. I can't believe I'm gonna have to have 4 of these little guys. I guess in that case, I may as well have a unique sprite. Once we get to that stage, a unique sprite for each of them. Alright. And then we need to copy these bullseyes. So these will link up to each of the 4 fellas here. Oh, and I guess I'll disconnect these for the time being. Get one more, if I can grab it. There we go. Nice. Okay. So we now have those 4 connected to this bullseye. Voxy in the Polter-Guy thread says it may seem wasteful to have 4 copies of that one sprite, but it'll be easier and perhaps less costly than coming up with a way to move a special object on the right location just for one sprite. Thank you for clarifying that, Voxy. And in the end, I think it's a win-win because I do want to have unique sprite for each location. As I mentioned earlier, I think having an enjoyable experience because of the artwork here is a kind of key component of this game. So we'll get some nice sprites in here once we get to that point. But thank you for explaining logistically why that's the smarter way to do it. Or the easier way to do it. So now I need to hook them up to the locations again. And we'll just do that in the order that they go here. Hey Oddolly, welcome to the stream. Long time no see. Great to have you. We are working on my most recent game. It's a GBG dev stream. The right thing I connected to there? I'm not convinced. Oh, it is. And last but certainly not least, we have... Oh, the one on the standing lamp. Okay, so now we have them connected up to the bullseyes, and we have them connected up to the locations within the scene. So we just need to now feed the value that will push it down here, right? So I guess we want to shunt it down 2 on the Y when we get... an input here? Value of 0 will be the game over state. Hang on. Zero will be top row, 0.5 middle row, and 1 the top row. Okay, Arch says you should add a map that halves the input and outputs to the marker 2D, which is what Voxy was just saying there, I presume. Yes. Got it. Okay. So it's to do with the map. So can we amend this map, or do we need to add a new one? Arch says you should add a map. So let's try adding a map just for the moment while I work through this. Halves the inputs and outputs of the marker 2D. Don't worry, Chalupa, I'm reading both chats. I just need to keep track of the suggestions there. Oh, right, so I should reposition the bullseyes first. Okay, let me do that. Hey, Saved, welcome. RJ asks, why when Dom looks forward he has no headphones, but when he looks back he does? As I mentioned earlier in the stream, that is unfinished art. Okay, so I'm just reshuffling these so they make more sense, I guess. Disco says, notice how you never see Dom and headphones in the same room at the same time. Oh no. Okay, so they're now swapped with the court sprites at the very top. Is that the way I should have swapped them? Does that make more sense? Let me, Okay, I'm gonna reread arches. Add a map that halves the input and outputs to the marker 2D. State 0 is cleaning. But now, okay, so now, but I've changed them over, so those are going to be the other way around. State 0 will be caught, State 1 will be hiding, and State 2 will be cleaning. Why, out of interest, why did I reorder them in this grid? In the markers grid? It was suggested to reorder them, but I'm not really sure why that is necessary. Tune. If you want to follow Archer's exact instructions, you needed to reorder them. Oh, right, okay. Oh, I reordered them wrong though, right? Because that's the way 2D marker works. Basically, 0 on X and I will put the dot in the bottom left-hand corner. Right. Gotcha. Thank you, Voxy. So right now I need to figure out how to map this correctly for the new row. You can see Arch is typing, perhaps, in relation to that. I'm not sure yet. Let me just spend a moment to try and remember how anything is being affected here. So, position is being handled by the generate new position with no repeating logic here. Which I think I can trigger. Yep, so that's being fed here. Be easier to visualize if you play the game and see what happens. Well, if I jump into the game now, we'll just be seeing the hidden sprite all the time, right? Yes. Because we need to restructure the map. It's panic cleaning. My anxiety guy. You reordered them to fit my suggestion, says Arch. You don't have to follow my idea exactly. The number of the states is arbitrary. Yes, yeah, I understand you arbitrarily picked that, but following along, reordering them so I can follow along directly will certainly be helpful for me. So thank you, Arch, for explaining that. I had forgotten why I was reordering them. Okay, so now we need to change the values around a lot. So position is handled by this, but not Y, right? The Y position is handled by a knot up here. Stefan, welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, we've been GBGing every week. Great to see you back. RGC, yes, I did read through. I didn't understand, but that's my bad, not yours. I'm gonna follow along with this exact train of logic right now, because otherwise I'll just end up not following either of them. Something I learnt when we were doing my Polter-Guy, or Mousie's Cheese Maze even. Sometimes I have to do one solution, even if it's not the most efficient or the most effective, and then once we got it working, we can go in and we can tweak as we need to, but I don't think I'll do the 4 tall version just yet. Right, so I need it to sit down here at the bottom. Not that. Do I need to map from here before the Y? That might be it. So the input will be 0 to 1 and the output will go -1 to 0? Right. Okay. And then we need it to go from this. Wait. Yeah, from that. Oh, the output must be 0 to 1. Hmm. It was... Okay, I'm gonna click play. Right, so that is shifting. Okay, that is shifting as it should. The different positions. But now it won't change. Because of what Voxy just said, it won't change when I get caught, I guess. Is that it? So we need to go 0 to 1. And then... invert it? That gonna be it. So let's get caught again. Nope. Oh, Arch says, it seems like the current Y input for the Mark 2D is receiving a constant input signal. If you want to follow my suggestion, then it shouldn't be receiving a signal unless you're hiding or get caught. Okay. So instead of going from here, it was constantly receiving an output from a knot. So instead of constantly receiving an output from the knot, we want it to receive an output from the hiding logic and or the caught logic. So maybe... that's one of them. That's when we get caught. Some random gaming channel. Don't worry, I've got my water here. Okay, so let's see if we can at least get this to shift at once on the y-axis. Yes! Okay, it did. So now we also need to feed it a value. So that's gonna work, but hiding will no longer work. So, yeah, caught works, which is great, but hiding no longer works. So let's figure that out. So the hiding mechanic is tied to a B button press. Is it? Hey, Mustard. Welcome to the stream. Yes, hiding is tied to the B button. So let's look for the B button. There's the B button. How does the hiding mechanic work? Asked Voxy in the Polter-Guy thread. Do you have to press it once and hide again to show yourself? No, it's held. It's on press. And I think it's this logic here. So when it's held and all this other stuff, then what? Oh, and it's timed. Oh wait, is that not the pure... No, that's not the original B. The original B is here. I think that one's just remap the B button to 0.5, send it to the Y port of the marker. Alright, so we need a separate map for the B button. Oh, Arch follows up by saying the hiding state will be activated when the 2D marker gets a 0.5 signal, which is this here. And the map that halves an input should do the trick. A map that halves the input should do the trick. So now if I just scroll back up to see what Arch previously put. 0 state is cleaning. Correct. 0.5 state will be hiding. And 1 state will be caught. Right, so now we just need to know where to plug that in. So it'll be somewhere along the B button press chain. Because we don't want to do it right at the B button, because then we'll be changing sprites before the game state, like start state, has begun. So it's probably this and? Probably this and, right? Oh, wrong place. Let's find out. Can I hide before I'm meant to? I cannot. Can I hide when I'm meant to? Great! And I get scared when I get caught. Beautiful! To everybody that helped me fumble through that 2D marker stuff, thank you very much, and apologies for being so bad at it. Arch, Voxy, Bari, thank you very much for getting me where I needed to be with that. Disco as well, and everybody else too. Yeah, agreed, Chalupa. Chat is immensely talented. Great! Alright, and this will work in both locations as long as I connect up the sprites. So let's do the sprite connecting now. Caden says the shock position should be different depending on what he's working on. Yes, they absolutely will be. We're not going to be doing that today. So let me just go through and hook these up. Oh, tune. What a tuney tune. I think they will be mine too, Voxy, once I get used to them. I think 2D markers are really neat, but I feel like they're not immediate. It's weird because they're very visual in the way that they work, but I guess I just am not familiar enough with them to figure it out. What songs got your last stream claimed? One of them was a Nier Automata track, which surprised me, because it was a legitimate game soundtrack. And the other one was something... It was whatever that, like, actual pop song that played was. I forget what it was now, but there was just a track that contained, like, pop music. So, connecting up the remaining ones of these. This guy's just posted a very cute and terrifying homebrew ROM of my Polter-Guy that features a foamy Nerf blaster in the my Polter-Guy update, but it is with a purpose, which is to show a good location to position the text. Thank you, Disco. I will not necessarily do this right away, but it is good to know those coordinates. Thank you very much. Alright, next, I've got 2 more of these to connect up so that the kitchen functions as it should. Someone don't pull any songs off the list because I'll match whichever one it was that got the claim with and just remove that one because I'm sure that more than one near track played and only one of them caused any trouble. So yeah, don't take anything off the playlist. I mean, you can if you want, but don't feel you need to. That wasn't the full sentence, Chalupa. I don't think it was that, Disco. It was like I say, it was a near track and a pop song. A track from popular music. Great. Okay. Whoops. Nice. So we are now functional on the Court Polter-Guy sprite logic across the board. Yes, that is fact. Arch is correct. Polter-Guy is a ghost by species. Polter-Guy was not somebody who bad dayed. Hey, weird guy, welcome to the stream. Ah, okay, so RGC's posted a picture of the suggestion they made. I'll have to have a reread of your original one because I'm not sure. I mean, it looks super tidy, but I'm not sure how it would tie into the rest of the logic. Nice. So, I guess the tail animation is next. Got it, RGC, don't worry. Yeah, I saw your mention to swap it. We're going to move on to the tail animation. Again, I'm going to use a placeholder animation here. So we'll copy this, and then maybe just do like a side-eye sprite. And let me just get the colors I need. This won't be the final sprite. Can you tell? Perfect. Perfect. And right, let's figure out how this is gonna work. So I think the logic for this will actually be pretty easy because we already have the logic set up for the sound, right? Because we have the tell sound, it's just the animation that we don't have yet. So let's drop this into the correct location, which is here. And I think the sound is the... is that one. So maybe it's just this. Let's try it. Perhaps this will work. Add a knot to make the other one invisible. Nice. Good suggestion, Disco. Let's give it a go. Will it work? Probably not. Come on. No! Why not? I know. First of all, I'm just going to disconnect this entirely, because then we'll at least see if this is displaying when it should. So we should see side-eye Dom pop up. it's so brief. So that's a problem in its own right, but we'll fix that first. I forgot a knot. I mean, I have a knot here, but I clearly hooked it up wrong. Is it because of this? FNAF ambience with missing Dom, says Chalupa. You need to remove the wire that was in it before. But that will make it not appear ever, right? I'm running the game in the background. Oh, I think that worked, right? Thank you, someone. Much appreciated. It's so fast, so... Yes, me too, Voxy. Part of the reason I wanted to do this before we did anything fancy. Alright, so how... It's functionally working. Thank you, Disco, by the way, in the My Polter-Guy, for saying, for the connection that makes the face visible, this one, connect it to an AND, connect the knot to the other port of the AND, connect the AND to the face. Is that still, Disco, is that still preferable to this setup here? Because I can redo it if it is. Time I should do it by adjusting how long the input says breakfast face. How does the one timer work? Okay, so let's just delete this for a second. I'm gonna run the game and see. So, I'm hiding right now. The counter's counting down. And at 0, Dom turns. And it resets. And there's a state here. 1 is turned around, I presume. 0 is looking forward. I don't actually know how we're getting the warning, though. It's that little ding, but I don't know what's feeding it. This comparison from the counter plus a 30. Oh, it triggers this at... Right, when the counter's at 30, then it plays the sound, meaning that you've got like X amount of time before the turnaround. If the turnaround timer is a counter, says Voxy in the My Polter-Guy thread, you could hook that up to a marker and have all the states as bullseyes along the marker. Oh, that's a big overhaul. But I see what you mean. I guess another way... Am I right in thinking another way to do this without a overhaul of this entire system would be to include a timer that comes out of the comparison? Because all we want to do is make sure that all we want to make sure is that we can have the sprite display for longer than the, like, fraction of a second that it currently does. So maybe... That was me getting caught. Oh. Voxy says, I think I know what to do. The sprite only flashes because the comparison mode is set to equal. Yeah, I just have a timer with a 0-second delay and a 5-second duration. Great. Good to know that my train of thought was good. So we want that to go from here now. And that to go into that. And then I think it's from this one. Feed the equals 30 comparison. That is that one, yeah. Into the timer, and then the timer to the output of the smoking sprite. Yes, okay. I think this should work now. No. I think I messed something up. Oh, there we go! It's causing that blinking. That blinking was an issue that we had before that Disco fixed, I remember. I mean, the actual function is working. We get a frame of the original sprite before the turn. Right, there's some conflict between the different sprites there. But that's almost functional. Mason, welcome to the stream. I honestly can't remember what it was that was causing the blinking. I think it was this comparison system that fixed it. Fixed timer duration just a little bit. Want it to be longer so that we don't get that 1 frame gap. Let's see. Nice. We still get the flicking. We still get the flickering when he's turned around. Let's see if I can work out why that's happening. We're going to watch the logic up here as the game plays. The game's playing now and I'm hiding. So what's happening here? Looking back, yeah, there's like a little bit of conflict here. I think by scrolling I reset the game. So looking forward, tell, turn around. Right, it's the knot. It's the knot here, isn't it? It's causing both to display at once. And then the tell pops up weirdly. Part of me still wants to strip the whole comparison thing, says Voxy, and use markers, my beloved, instead. You're 100% right that markers is the better solution here. I feel like I don't know the current setup well enough to rebuild it right at this moment. Both the forward and the looking back sprites are active at the same time. Yeah, exactly, someone unknown. So it is more than just the side eye timing. We could back up and we could do a little refactoring here. Maybe that would be fun. Because it's a bad system currently. It's very much like... It's got like baked in stuff that was left over from previous versions of this, and it's messy. I'd used about 300 Nodon. Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should do that next stream, Voxy. My to-do list for tonight is the tail animation, which we're working on currently. Adding a hinged Polter-Guy. I guess we could take a little break from the more hardcore logic to do a little bit of pivoting here on the screen. So right now, Polter-Guy is just a cylinder. But we want him to... Oh wait, he's not. He's just floating in space. I know, Chalupa, do not worry. We'll be sorting out all of the visuals when the time comes. So I guess I would want it to be a rotating object. And we want to position it exactly where this is currently. And then we want to we're making my Polter-Guy just do a little jig on the title screen. Voxy in the My Polter-Guy thread says, if you find someone with whom a stream guest appearance would work better, they'd love to get to guide you through more easily than by delayed text. Alright, Voxy, I'll keep my eyes peeled for someone who does GBG dev streams and it's very knowledgeable about GBG and just all around kind of cool. I'll think if anyone fits the bill. I don't know whether chat knows anyone. Disco says, alright Dom, I take the hint. Alright Disco, do you want to get on a call? So let's connect up this sprite, which we can move in a second, but I'm going to keep it here just for convenience's sake right now. And we need it to be nice. And now we need to give it some values, right? So it's gonna rotate on we'll do an anchor RGC when it's time to do so. We'll do a solid object that it anchors onto. Art says, wait, a collab with a GBG expert? You mean Mustard, right? How did you guess, Arch? I can't believe you spoiled it, Arch. I'll just be able to show all the different fancy object fruits. No, actually, but we'll do a proper dedicated stream when we have the Nodon professor. Yeah. Has Mustard ever played GBG? No, not even touched a controller while GBG's running. Not even been in the same room as GBG being played. I'm not convinced they even know what GBG stands for. They think it means like heebie-jeebies. Alright, finished. Perfect. Does this playlist have Mustard in it? No! It needs to, though. We definitely need to get the apples in here. But like I said, this is not the new playlist going forward. It's just a temporary one I put together for today. Someone says that GBG stands for grapes, bananas, and guava. Apples. I think I can do an alright Mustard impression. First try! That wasn't great. So I need to make a range for this to move now, right? So... what's the range equivalent in GBG? a counter with bounce, right? Let's try, chat. Bounce between like 10 and minus 10, let's say. And then into Z. You feeling alright, Polter-Guy? Perfect. I wanted to swivel, yes, Foxy. So I need to map this now. Polter-Guy is so happy that all the colors are being desaturated. So rather than decreasing the range, Mason, I think if I'm remembering correctly from previously, I think I need to... It's on speed, not angle. Right. Oh, and Voxy says, remember you have a rotating object that expects a rotation speed input. If you want to control the exact rotation, you need a hinge. Yeah, I remember now. Mason, do not worry. No, it was a great suggestion. That would be how you would do it here, but it's the speed that I want to change. It's not a mistake of your suggestion. It was a quirk of the object. So I should just change it over to... But remapping it to a lower value, so like Mason said, it's just going to change the range, right? But it won't change the speed of the movement. Yeah, so that's going between -4 and 4. But I can't slow it down. That's how Polter-Guy waves. Very enthusiastically. There is no way to change... There is no way to change a rotating object to angle rather than speed, right? It will have to be... Wait. Constant would have to be lowered. Ah, RJ and someone both did the same, so let's see. No, there isn't. Okay, thanks, Foxy, for confirming that there's no way to change it from speed to angle. So I think I do need to use a hinge to get the effect that I want. So happy. Oh, wait. So Voxy suggests that I stick with a rotating object. The physics, like inertia, will make it look better than bouncing counter into the hinge. just make the rotation speed very small on both ends. Rotation speed very small. How do I control the speed here then? Arch says, my Polter-Guy is coming for Pac-Man's Dancing Crown. Take your counter output and remap it. It's remapping, right? Which was kind of my original thought. I don't know why I didn't put the map in here. Minus 0.5, plus 0.5. And then I need to match whatever my 4 and 4 are here, right? There we go. There we go. So, the rotation angle seems to be weird. Like it's rotating between 0 and like minus 46 or something right now. Adjusting the constant will change how fast the speed will change. Aha. Because the input into a rotating object is rotation per second. So a value of 1 is 1 rotation per second. Adjusting the constant will change how fast the speed will change. Open to the playlist. Oh, BGM 3 from Mario Paint has also got silence at the end. Okay. Counter settings real quick. Soidenly. Movies XP says, just remember, if it's Mario Paint, the audio is silent at the end. I guess I'll have to find another example of that on YouTube, because, yeah, it's a hefty bit of silence. Okay, let's take a moment to do what I'm going to call Dom needs to figure this out, and it's going to take a painfully long time to embed this knowledge in my brain. So, we've got a constant that feeds to a counter, and then we have a map that goes into the z-axis. So, the constant is 0.10, but we'll disregard that for a moment. The counter begins at 0, and it bounces between 4 and minus 4, effectively creating a limited angle with which the object can rotate. We then go from a map which has the matched input range to the limit that we set here on the count range, which it then remaps to a minus 50 and positive 50 to limit the, in this case, the speed of the rotation. I don't really understand where that change has happened. Sorry, I am just talking to myself, by the way, as I puzzle this through. I'm not expecting answers from anyone. And then that goes into the Z, and in the end, that turns into minus... What does that go to? That goes to like plus 50 minus 50. Or thereabouts? Hey Disco, we've just taken a break to do something on the menu screen, but I will definitely have a look at your reference for how you've adjusted that. That sounds very, very promising. Some random gaming channel reminds me, just like Lario said, making games is hard, and Dome is especially bad at it. It's true. Words of wisdoms from Lario. Position the rotating object at the angle you want it to start at. I mean, that would be a good fix, but I feel like there's a maths way that we can do this by starting it at the top. I'm going to set this back to 1 and see what change that makes. So the range of movement has decreased. And if we refer back to what Voxy said earlier, take your counter output and remap it. Oh no, that's not. Where's the constant? Adjusting the constant will change how fast the speed will change. Oh, hey Zert, welcome to the stream. Rotating objects are kind of weird in that it only tries to accelerate if the absolute value is less than the current speed, or if the sign is opposite. Just trying out RJ's suggestion in the Polter-Guy thread. There we go. So by setting -4 on the counter, we kind of altered the starting position, I guess. Is that what happened there? But if that's the case, could we not go 0 to 0 and get the same effect? No, okay. Oof, Zert had to wake up extra early today for work. Hope it wasn't too tough, Zert. Four. I don't actually know what time zone you're in, Zert. Okay, so that's basically functional. It's too fast. I want it to be very subtle. I can't decrease this any further, can I? Oh, I can. Interestingly, that balks it. Yeah, basically if you only keep it at 0 to 4, it's going to slow it down, but it won't make it go backwards. Right. Zert follows up their previous comment by saying, the 0 to 4 change that I made previously shows what I meant. When the value reaches 4, it stays at 4 as long as the value doesn't go over 4 or become negative. Right. I think I understand the principle there. Yeah. In relation to your first comment. Let's just try shortening this. RJ also made a suggestion about -2 to 2. That's a nice range. Maybe -3 to 3 instead. Will be a good sweet spot, but the speed with which... It's too big. The speed with which we're getting there is messed up. So that means we need to adjust the map now, right? Change the speed. Oops. Is that slower? Can't already tell. Feels like maybe it's slightly slower. Mason likes it. Yeah, it's definitely getting closer to where it needs to be. I'd probably want it to be even a bit fractionally slower than that, but I don't exactly know what I need to change to achieve that right now. So let's just do some... That's slower, that's... Okay. It's like if the power went out on a merry-go-round, says Voxy. There's nothing telling it to spin, but inertia will keep it spinning anyway. And that's in relation, I think, to the 0 to 4 change previously. Because Voxy in the My Polter-Guy update, apologies if I'm getting this wrong, I am struggling to understand the relationships here. In the My Polter-Guy thread said, you basically only keep it at... Sorry, if you only keep it at 0 to 4, the change that we kind of tested out previously, this change that we tried, it's gonna slow it down, but it won't make it go backwards. Someone says, this isn't how I would have gone about it, but it works. I also feel like this needs to shift over a little bit now. Oh, it is offset. Okay, cool. That's more like it. I even go one more. Let's go crazy. Wild up in here. Going off of what Zert said earlier. Yes, yeah. I feel like he's turning a little more to the left. I think you might be right, Mason, but it could also just be because he's kind of curved over in the original sprite. You see, like, it's offset, not centered. So I think that's visually making it seem like he's turning more to the left. I don't know. Maybe someone can corroborate that if that is the case. Something else I noticed. Where is the launcher for the little The merry-go-round analogy was really helpful, Voxy. That's the kind of thing that makes the more complex things start to make sense for me, so I wouldn't call them dumb analogies. They're very, very useful. The light effect. the... Oh, it's here, and then it's connected to what? Connected to this cylinder. I think... Can this go up? No. Oh, you wouldn't see them spawn in. I mean, if we turn off the visibility on that, you wouldn't see them spawn in. Oh wait, that's not the visible bit. This, I think, that's visible? No? That was visible when it shouldn't be. I don't like how long it takes for the first one to spawn in. But I don't know how I would adjust that. Guess it's the launch. Thanks, Chalupa. That's very kind of you to say. I think the title screen is definitely getting there. So... That did increase the rate at which it spawned the first one, didn't it? Yeah. Okay, that's more like it. Happy with that. Yeah, we'll definitely have the game's title in here, RJ. For sure. There's a lot more to do on the title screen. For example, I would like the select sprite to like cycle through multiple frames of animation to give it some movement, like a kind of wobbly effect on the select. And I want to get rid of the pink block here. It was just for testing. In fact, if I turn visibility off now, what will that look like? Oh right, it turns off the the whole thing. That didn't really do what I wanted. You need to put an invisible texture on, don't you? There we go. Oh wait, no. Lucian says, man, I remember when the title screen was just red with words on it. It's because I'm going from a knot here that this isn't working, right? Or is it the connection order? Or it's creation order, is it? The sprites? Either way, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Because there is still a lot to change about the title screen. I don't want to think about just this moment. So let's have a look at Disco's little example game, showing how we can fix the sideways glance sprite issue that we were having before. I'm just going to pause the playlist while I get back to the title screen so we don't end up with multiple tracks on top of each other. Disco, thank you for this. Disco said, sorry I wasn't paying attention. Are you still trying to get the sideways glance sprite to display for more than a microsecond? Technically we fixed that, but I'm interested to see whether your solution will fix the sprite blinking issue we're having, because we've got multiple things happening simultaneously. Although, it might be a next time problem, because Voxy has suggested an entire rebuild of that section. But either way, we're going to look at this. Illegal ROM hack from Disco. My Polter-Guy, Babytown Police Department. Yeah, Voxy. I guess chat hasn't caught up yet, but we're just kind of taking a look at this out of curiosity to see what the solution was that Disco arrived at. Let's wait for the turn. No sprite blinking on the turnaround. Although there is that one quick blink there just before the turn where we see the forward facing again for a second, but I think that's to do with the timing. Of the literally the timer. Yeah, that just needs to be slightly longer, I guess. So let's read the rest of the Disco's comment. Basically, I took the connections to make each sprite visible and connected them to AND nodons, these ones. I lost track of where I was reading. Oh, there it is. To check to make sure that the player is not glancing. So, not glancing and also active on these will make these trigger. Sorry, Arch, I missed that earlier. Arch, in response to the illegal ROM hack here from Disco, says, Andrew Finance will not stand for this. Someone says, I kind of like the character's first version with longer hair. Everybody does. Everybody prefers that version. So, I mean, this one is not final. So when we get round to actually drawing the final sprites, it will be probably more like this one. Gonna design a new original character for this. No. I mean, I will draw a mustard sprite for the second room, but it will still be me. helmet off, me in the bedroom, mustard in the kitchen. Hey Manx Ninja Pig, welcome to the stream. That little monkey is definitely me right now, tinkering around in a realm of Nodon that I don't really understand. So, Disco, this is a really nice solution. Yeah, Arch says everyone loves quarantine dom, or quarantine hair dom. Not the post-quarantine summer 2022 look. I forgot about the addition of the Arduino. I love the little Arduino on the desk. I kind of want to add the wacky DuPont cables sticking out. Elite says, why does Dom have a foamy blaster now? This is Disco's illegal ROM hack that we're just looking at here because he put together a very nice solution to an issue we were having with the sprite switching. Yeah, 100%. Voxy, I think what we'll do is we'll kind of delay fixing the sprite issue because I think it will come into the refactor, and the 2D marker, as you point out, will be perfect for when we have our second set of sprites. So that's definitely for sure the way to go. I'm very much grateful for Disco for sending this. Regardless, though. Yeah, Dom playing some Mascot Creator IRL at the desk, Arch. Which sprites do we use for the kitchen? Hey Kerr? Hey Helpman? Hey Cookie Bird? Ah, so right now I'm hooked into the exact same sprites. So yeah, I'll make a note that one of the things that we'll do when the Professor of Nodology is available is refactor, God. I think I referred to it as God previously. Sprites, sprite logic. Will I keep the Ratty was here Easter egg? Absolutely. You mean the little Ratty doll? The Ratty plush? Or maybe that's just Ratty as Ratty is wont to do, dimension hopping and being just being Ratty in every game. Oh, wait, you're referring to it in the programming screen, right? Because if you are, definitely still here. Where is it? Where is it? Where did I move that to? There it is. That was a thank you because Arch helped me out immensely prior to the Game Jam release of this. Yeah. Yeah. Why are they so far out? I think it must have been when I was doing some more logic, Yeah, there's the character creator stuff. Real quick, I want to just try something. Oh yeah, I forgot the Arduino says Scrubs and Bori on it. I mean, terribly, like barely legibly. Oh, what a nice little touch, I've forgotten. Okay, so we're gonna do some DuPont cables real quick. It does not say Balti, Chalupa. Foxy says, not sure how I'm feeling about this anymore. It makes me sound egotistical. It's a fake PhD bought off Wish and a fancy frame is actually plastic spray painted in gold. Hey, I mean it says professor on it, right? That's all that matters. Bori says, hi, I'm Balti. Balti is Bori's robot friend. Oh, it's a rainbow. Hi, I'm Balti from Orgo. I'm not sure if this will even work right now, so I'm just I'm gonna do one more. Wait, what? Why is it sideways? Oh, I must have rotated the thing. That's funny. Make sure the height is correct. Let's see if this works. I've connected up my Arduino to my desk and hopefully it'll automate all my work. Arch says, Dom lied when he said he wasn't going to do art today. I know, I've made a true masterpiece here. What? Oh, I'm in the wrong view. Yes! Oh, it rocks. Best feature added today. This is why it's just so it's too fun. Making art is too fun in making games. I can't wait to get all the programming done so I can just make art. Wait, did I drag it down too far? What happened there? Oh, I think I crushed it more than I intended to. 2.6. Oh, that was the position, wasn't it? 0.12. Point 8. Oh, I didn't put the music back on. That's basically it. I think it's a tiny bit too high, right? 0.87. There we go. There we go. There we go. I love the little desktop Arduino. It's so wonderful. Oh, chat. I've lied. I need to do another art. Chat, I lied. I need to do another art. Yeah, someone says, I love how unspecific the slider is at that zoom. It's real rough. The fact that it doesn't sort of allow you to do it more granularly when you're at max zoom. Oh, my wardrobe! Oh, I'm so excited about this. Because of the FOV that I have this game set at, everything has to be off square. You have to make everything like weirdly squished. I really ought to have not had my FOV as strange as I set it. But I do like the effect it gives. Okay, chat, I'm gonna do an art. That's for me to know, Voxy, and you to find out. Very shortly. The doors will eventually open, Chalupa, or at least that's the plan. That's not what I'm doing right now. That is far too, Oh no, I got an error. Apparently one of my Freaky Forms tracks in this playlist is corrupt. What could it be? You got it, Voxy. Correct. On a coat rack, yes. I'm gonna go super basic right now. Super basic. Wow, it really needs to be that tall. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I know, Voxy. I guess it's just a little awkward in like actually making everything. You are 100% right. And then what I'm gonna do is Z center Like a dark gray. Stop now. Didn't connect that up. Maybe the very dark blue. Yeah, it's fine. As with everything, it's very much not final. What's the degree of rotation we've got here? Oh, 55. Whoops. 0.55. Oh, weird. Like a bunch of the Freaky Forms rips are apparently corrupted in my playlist. That small helmet will never fit his big head. It's forced perspective, Kerr. See you, Mason. Thanks for hanging out. I guess I should stretch the back out of this further so you can see the depth of it. It just feels so weird to do it because of the size it'll actually have to be. You still can't see it. Oh, weird. Wait, hang on. Did I get the rotation wrong? This is where the FOV really does become a problem. Whatever. I'm fine with it right now. You see that loopy on the red cabinet over there? That's the loopy that's playing this music right now. Oh, I let go too soon. I feel like I've never done that before. Okay, so let's have a look through the to-do list. Because I think we got a decent amount of things done so far, but I want to make sure if I didn't miss any. So, first thing we did was restart after bad day, yes. Restart option after victory, yes. Tell animation, yes. Hinge on Polter-Guy on the title screen, yes. Caught Polter-Guy sprite, correct. Remove redundant sprites from kitchen for Polter-Guy. I crossed that out because that was incorrect, actually. So, the only thing left on here is to refactor the guard sprite logic, which I will be doing another time. And hiding spots in kitchen. Oh, you don't spam it, Chalupa, you hold it. You don't spam it. But that is a great suggestion. You just hold it down. No spamming required. Wait, everybody spams the hide button? You can't spam the hide button. It'll keep flipping you back and forth. Oh! You mean the clean button? Yes, that's a good suggestion. That's a good suggestion. Sorry, I think because I just failed on hiding. It made me think of it made me think you were referring to that. The only issue I would see there is if we had it so you hold the button, there's no variance in your time, right? Because you can't clean faster. You just clean at a set rate. I guess it's like how long you hide for, and it's about optimizing your hiding time. Then it becomes less about the rate at which you can spam it. I'm not necessarily saying that's a issue. It just changes the mechanic, I suppose. Because right now it's like, make sure you hide at the right time, but also get as many clicks in as possible during that time. Oh yes! I didn't write that down! Like a proper end screen that stops the logic. Proper win state. Stop logic. Boris says, I just noticed that we forgot to reset the counter used for the purple box timer. The one on timer section when the game over room reset. What does the purple box time? Oh, this little fella. Thank you, Bori. That's important. So there's the timer section. It's that counter, right? So we need to reset that on this, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna clean a bunch, get caught, and see if the counter resets. When I press... Yes, perfect. Nice. What if you clean too fast, you accidentally break something? I guess if you were cleaning too fast, there would have to be some kind of meter? Like a kind of overheat meter? I don't know, I feel like that's one for the, like, down the line. Oh yeah, it doesn't reset the position. I actually don't think it matters that it doesn't reset the position, Mason, but that's a really good observation. Because you normally start the game by the television. Chalupa says, do not promise more updates without finishing this one. Oh, no. I don't mean, like, further updates. 2.0 will be the final release of my Polter-Guy. What I mean is, later down the road. I was talking earlier about how there are aspects of the basic premise that we've got here that are far from, like, functional even, let alone, like, optimal. So, yeah. No, don't worry. I wanted to explain myself better. Foxy says, I mean, honestly, with how long it's been since the last dev stream, it's great how much progress we've made. Yes! I'm really pleased with how much we've done. After 2.8, oh my goodness, 2.8. I managed to mess up 2 whole things there. After 2.0, my Polter-Guy will be archived or discontinued. It's just going to be feature complete. Will I release a build at the end of today's version? Yes, I will, RGC. Definitely. It'll just be shipped. It will be gold. In the way that video games used to be. But the reason for that is because this was never meant to be a big project like Mousie's Cheese Maze was. But I just wasn't happy with the Game Jam version of it. So I wanted to get it close to my original vision. So then I can start working on my next big project as well. I'm really happy with how this is shaping up though. Chalupa says it's going to be sad when GBG discontinues its online and the games will slowly fade out of existence. Perhaps this is misplaced optimism, but I do believe that we will figure out some solution to that. When I say we, I mean it will. I mean the entire GBG community. Between us, there'll be some solution. I think. I'm crossing my fingers and toes. Arch says, will it get the GBG treatment? As in, no updates. I can guarantee that I'll go one better than GBG, and if there is a significantly like game-breaking bug, I'll do a patch. Although to be fair, GBG did receive a patch. Very nice. I just realized why those were always messed up. It's because I had them set to the other axis. Yeah, someone says, I certainly can't wait for all my hard work to fall under the powers of capitalism. Yeah. It sucks that the countless hours of hard work we have poured into our creations will be swept away when it becomes like not costly to keep the servers running. But I suppose that is the trade-off. Not that it's good, not that it makes it any less unpleasant of using a commercial product like this. But it's so true that like so much of the things that we make digitally fall within that remit in ways that like a painting doesn't, right? You buy a canvas, you buy the paints, you make a painting. Sure, it could be set on fire and it would be destroyed, but you're not at the behest of a company deciding it's not profitable to keep that painting around anymore. But the digital realm is very different, and I wish that wasn't the case, but yeah. I mean, if Steam just decided that they weren't going to host people's game libraries anymore, they would be gone to... Not a direct comparison to GBG, but just kind of an extension of that thought. So what's left for today's stream? I don't know, Voxy. I don't know how much I want to do. We've got the proper win stake logic, but I don't know how difficult that's going to be. I don't know whether that's like a... I've got probably maybe half an hour. And I don't know whether the proper win state logic is doable. Let me just think about it. So it's winning conditions here. I guess I just need a flag to turn everything off once this happens. Once the comparison's met. Oh, it says waiting for someone to upload a ROM of GBG with a patch allowing you to skip the tutorial and fix give can give. Does anybody know conclusively whether that patch did fix give can give? Because I thought the game files that I had were like post-patch, and I went through and give can give was still there. But now I realize that actually I think I've got the pre-patch. The pre-patch version. And I can't remember which tutorial it is that has give can give in it. Hey Gumby. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed Chunky's stream. I hope Chunky's stream is going well as well. I believe Chunky was going to do some GBG dev as well. Voxy says, I believe only game uploading will be disabled. I don't think they actually purge their servers of all games that are actually uploaded. Well, I mean, there's still that 1 year rolling deletion limit, right? And at some point, if we can no longer upload games, it's down to the recurring downloading of things to keep it rolling. And also, like, I guess if we're looking at the far future, what Nintendo does with its online services for Switch. That's probably going to be a group effort to keep them archived. Yeah, unless we get to the point where it's easy enough to pull the files from the game like it is in DIY with like save tools for WarioWare DIY. Yeah, I don't know. If I knew the answer, I would pursue it, but I'm not technically minded enough. Oh, tune! I might just put a texture on the floor. Is the world the floor? This is from Mojib Ribbon, which was the kind of second sequel to Vib Ribbon, which was Japan only because it relied on like language for the main gameplay mechanic. And it uses the same kind of synthesized voice as Vib Ribbon and Vib Ripple did. Oh, that is not even the... Yeah, it's water cheese. Oh, there's no texture connected to them. Ooh, I honestly like that blue a lot more. Yes, as I was saying, movies, this is from Mojib Ribbon, the PS2 follow-up to Vib Ribbon, and then Vib Ripple. Mojib Ribbon was the last one they released. Well, RGC, even after Nintendo's servers go offline, presumably we would be able to continue sending games locally. So I don't think replicating the local transfers necessarily needed, right? Unless we just use that to... I don't know. I won't even pretend to know how any of this would be done. Yeah, you can send games locally, Chalupa. And I don't believe if you're doing that locally that you need Nintendo Online. I guess that would make sense, right? So you have like multiple people in your house with copies of GBG, but not all of them have Nintendo Switch Online. You could still send games to each other. Yeah, extracting the save files using homebrew switches and stuff seems like the way to go. Why am I on the big brush? What am I doing? Eee. Wild. If anyone's wondering why I'm doing this, I just want to see whether I can get kind of a subtle texture on the ground. For the floor. Because I originally did have a texture on there that got removed at some point. I don't even remember why. I'm just trying to think of what a nice soft texture could be. Doing a little experimenting before we kind of wrap up. Okay. It's felt really good, chat, to get back into Polter-Guy. Really good. I was genuinely very nervous because it had been so long. And even when I'm at my most attuned to the language of Nodon, it can still take me time to do, you know, anything when it starts to get a bit more complex. So I'm very grateful that people not only showed up, but lent their great knowledge and gave me the confidence to keep doing more of this. Especially because last time I was planning on doing this stream, my internet went out. And then I was like, oh man, I guess I'll reschedule it, and then I just kept kind of pushing it back. To have done it. And then had a very successful first outing after such a long time. Oh, I can't count. I am really pleased with how my Polter-Guy is shaping up. Also kind of feels nice to do a little bit more sort of testing here at the end of things that maybe I will add. Or maybe I'll implement. I feel like the pressure's off a little bit, having done some good stuff. Some good progress, I mean. Is it snowy outside in your game? Is it? I can't recall. I don't think so. Let me see. No. It's just evening. Looks like a winter tree. I'm your friendo. I guess it's just like a Douglas fir. By the way, chap, I was looking at the sequel to Baraduke recently, and there is let me see if I can find it in a minute. There is like a alarmingly high resolution version of the I'm Your Friend sound effect from Baraduke 2, or whatever Baraduke 2 is called. Art says, also, thanks to Andrew for blackmailing, I mean encouraging Dom into developing Polter-Guy again. Yeah, everything I just said was a cover. It was actually Andrew pointing a foamy blaster at me and my family that convinced me to do it. Okay, that's settling down. I don't think settling is a word. Getting to a point that is more subtle. I know I have an Arduino. I'm just kind of enjoying... I'm just enjoying being back in GBG. And I don't want to finish right now. So I'm just doing some tests. Oh, you can't see it on the stream. It is very minimal. Where even is the texture? There it is. No. This is exactly the way I want it, Chalupa. Yeah! I'm excited to see what you do with your upgraded Arduino setup too, Voxy. I'm also so pumped for when I can allow myself to really spend time doing the remaining artwork for this game. See how much progress I make next time we do this. But I basically want to be complete on the programming side of things before I shift my attention to the remaining artwork. Bori says, not Bori. Voxy says Bori is a saint for making that possible. The upgraded Arduino setup Voxy's referring to. Honestly, they could have just stuck with pasting stuff into the internal memory, but being able to just leave the thing running for hours, amazing. It's so good. Yeah, I love the advanced, quote-unquote advanced setup functions for Arduino, for the texture tools. And AGTD. Oh, the floor is looking so good now, chat. It sounds like maybe you can't see it on stream, but I'm so pleased with how it turned out. I'm just gonna do the other side the same as this one. Remember before the texture tools when I spent, I think, 3 hours on the stream recreating Arch's wonderful button from Mouse's Cheese Maze? And then at the end of Mouse's Cheese Maze dev, wasn't the texture tool, Grubs and Borry's texture tools a thing? And I was actually able to import a texture? Wild. Wait, no! Hang on, am I getting the order of events wrong? Did I ever use the texture tool on Mouse's Cheese Maze? I feel like I never used it. Hey, Mr. O! We're not far from wrapping up, but it is great to see. RJ says I can't see the checkerboard pattern. Yeah, it's because of the resolution of the stream, I guess. But it looks, let me just say, it looks fantastic on my end. And it will be a nice little surprise for when you play the game at home. Yeah, painstakingly redrawing the button was pretty Arduino for sure. Bori says, we will never forget that. You mostly lose your sanity drawing the button. What's left? Trying to think what to do with the remaining sort of 10-15 minutes, if there's anything that will fit nicely in this time. Oh, I guess I could position the text as Disco suggested. Where is the text box? Here. Alright, Bori said, place it at 360? Nope. What am I doing? 3.60. Wait. What's going on? 3.60. There we go. 2.8. And 3.2. Nice. Thanks for that, Disco. You're still here. That is a good spot for it, even with the janky text. Let's see if I can get a perfect on the hiding here. Oh, too early. Perfect! Too early again. There we go, nice. Oh, yeah, I just remembered something I did want to add. Which is like a little... The helmet isn't flat, Chalupa. You mean it looks flat? I guess it's just because of the angle. It is a box. Is that better? Voxy says, there's so much I want to do, so little time. Quote, should be working on the redesigned texture tool, should work on filling up the texture library, should work on blah, 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 blah. I know that feeling too well. It is... Yeah. It's a bad problem to have. I mean, it's good in the sense that, like, it's nice to have fun things to be working on, but it feels rough to have, like, a backlog of fun things, exciting things that you're like, yeah, you've just got to work through. So what things are you having trouble with right now? Asked Mr. O. Honestly, Mr. O, we're at a place where I'm quite happy with the things that we got done, and there's nothing really outstanding. There is lots still to do, but it is stuff for another stream, really. And we've got it in a nice state. There's nothing left sort of half resolved. But I will just quickly write down a few things that I know that we need to fix. So refactoring the guard sprite logic will also fix the sprite flicker, hopefully. And the proper win state with the stop logic will be something to do with again. Squally says, did I come at the end of the stream? Yeah, we'll be wrapping up in about 5 minutes. Oh, the thought that I was about to have before I read Foxy's message, or maybe Chalupa's message. I did want to have a sort of a tween frame almost at one point. So, for example, if we're here, there should be a tween frame between the hiding position and the cleaning position that would be like a little puff of blue smoke heading up in that direction. And then when you're here, it would be a little puff of blue smoke that leads back behind the plant. This has not got any gameplay effects, but I think it would just be really nice to give a kind of cohesion between the clean and the hide location. So let me do, I'm going to write sort of transition frame between clean and hide. And then I'm going to draw like a little puff of smoke to remind myself. So I'm just going to work out how that would actually be integrated into the logic. I think practically it would just be an unmovable object that would have a single sprite that would appear for a fraction of a, for a frame between that move. Voxy says, do you know when you're going to do the next stream? I have to speak to a certain someone before I can confirm the day, but as soon as possible, really. As soon as they are ready. I don't know why I'm keeping up the act. Everyone already knows. But yeah, we should discuss it. Could be smoke effect. That was my original thought, someone, but it makes the sound, right? There's no way to get rid of the sound. And we already have smoke effect for the hiding in the TV. Or for cleaning the TV. Lupa says maybe say Wednesday during my free time at the library. I don't know, is Nodon class in that day? I haven't looked at my timetable yet. Has the plant pot got like two sprites outside of the... Or 2 pixels outside of the border? It does! Since when? I guess I never fixed that because I was going to HD remake these textures. Glad you know, Mr. O. I think you already knew previously and then may have forgotten. Oh, I just saw the message from Chalupa in the My Polter-Guy thread. Hang on. Which one? Where is it? Here it is. Happy now? I know I am. I imagine that mystery person, says Voxy, just needs to know when to plan accordingly, because their schedule is pretty cleared up. At least they believe so. But I'm not them, so I couldn't be sure, really. That seems very reasonable, Voxy. Yeah. I think that probably makes sense. I will discuss it shortly. Alright. I think it's time to wrap up. It's just about 10 PM for me. This feels like it flew. Oh, don't forget to upload today's build. Thank you, RGC. Let's call this. Sorry, Rainbow. I need to pause you for a second. I think this is worthy of the 7 point. We've done some gameplay changes. I will delete this one of Disco's, so I don't get confused. And I'll share this build. Movie says, wait, this is an unreleased song, referring to the Vib Ribbon track. Why unreleased? Nobody really knows why it wasn't, or to my understanding, nobody really knows why it wasn't included in the original release. But they did then release it on the vinyl release of the Vib Ribbon OST that came out maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And I'm glad that they did, because it's a really nice track. But it's very different from the other ones. So maybe it was just because it kind of feels kind of distinct from the other ones. Or it could have been that they ran out of space. I really don't know. With Vib Ribbon being the way that it is, I wouldn't be surprised if they just ran out of space on the disc. Alright, there is the code. I'm just going to type it into the Polter-Guy thread so I don't forget. That is G001. I will tidy up that thread later and put a proper original post in there. And oh, Bari says, Dom, add to the to-do list. The purple timer doesn't start correctly. It does when A is pressed for first time. Easy fix anyway. Interesting. Purple timer doesn't start correctly. So you mean it's starting... Thank you very much, Bori. You mean it's starting when you press A on the menu rather than once you're in game. I don't know how the counter's rigged up at the moment. Alright, Chalupa, thank you very much for your kind words. It was a treat to do this, so I'm glad that you enjoyed it too. Thank you, Voxy. Thank you, Bari. Thank you to everybody that's been watching and suggesting things, or just chilling out, enjoying the stream more passively too. Chalupa says, whenever I do version numbers, I just make up random numbers that are under 1. So here's my way of doing it, and anybody that knows the proper way, I think, I get the feeling that there's many proper ways of doing it, but my way of thinking about it is if you aim for 1.0 as the release version, then the third decimal along is for fixes, and then this decimal is for changes. Like gameplay changes. So that was like 6.1 before, and then I decided that we'd done enough to warrant being a full increment up. So then if I was to go in and like fix the timer that's broken right now, I'd maybe do that 1.7.1. But if I was to add a new function, a new mechanic, then it would go up to 8. And you do as many of these for as many fixes as you have. Voxy says it's good that you called it SCU because that can stand for Summer Cleaning Update. Yeah, let's make sure we get it. Wait, when's the end of summer? September 22nd. I think we're good. Yeah. 22nd, 23rd? Not that says, wait, is the stream ending? Yeah, we're wrapping up now. Oh, I should get rid of the old version too. Yeah, thank you everybody. I will see you all soon. Stream codes will open up tomorrow. So if you've got a game that you would like to send in, make sure to get that sent in once the stream codes opens up. It will probably be approximately 12 UTC plus 1 tomorrow. See you, Kerboy. Spooky cleaning update for fall. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna use the cleaning update, but maybe I'll think of something else. But it is nice to know that we've got flexibility with the S in SCU. Alright everybody, have a good rest of the day. Thank you very much again for hanging out. Hey, if you're still watching and you haven't given the video a like, why not wrap up our stream today with giving it a like? Otherwise, I will see you all soon, and have a good one. Keep hydrated. Stay safe. Get some rest. Stretch those limbs. Why not do a little you know, breathing exercises. Whatever floats your boat. Bye-bye.